Welcome. We are finishing up the niyamas today. So the yamas and the niyamas, we've been on this journey for weeks now, months. And the final of the niyamas is Sutra 245. And what it says in, I'll start with what it says in English. What it says in English is, by total surrender to God, samadhi is attained. Ishvara is the word in Sanskrit that's translated here as God. Supreme Being, Lord, Goddess, whatever your preference is. What Swami Satchidananda says in his explanation is, he says, Ishvara Pranidhana is a life of dedication, of offering everything to God or to humanity. And then he goes on to explain, he says, why do I say humanity? We can do anything and everything as long as we do it with the idea of serving the world at large. I like where he says, we can serve our tables, our chairs, and everything around us. If we don't pull chairs mercilessly from one corner to another, we are serving them. If we drag them, they cry. Anything handled roughly will feel pain. There should be gentle yogic touch with everything, even our spoons, forks, and plates. He then actually talks about the teaching of a Benedictine monk that says the same thing about doing the dishes. It says, if you handle them gently, they make a beautiful jingling sound, but if you throw them around, they cry. So dishwashing can be worship. Master Swami Sivanandaj something said, convert every work into yoga and the magic wand of right attitude. With the magic wand of right attitude. So I woke up this morning early because of daylight savings time, and I had spare time, so I was like, well, maybe I'll do some chores. And as I was vacuuming, I was like, just vacuuming, not minding a bit, because of the reminder of reading this, which I think is really important. Is, we learn these things and we read these things and they remind us of the practices, because the practices are practices. And yes, I've read it before, but I feel like we need these things readily available by being in constant study, which was our last niyama. And if we do everything with the attitude of devotion, then we'll reach actually the highest goal, is what this sutra says. So if we do our meditation practice because we're supposed to, that's not it. I was gonna take the 8:30 class this morning, the yoga class, and I have a lot of other things I need to do today, and I knew I would not be there with the right attitude. I would be there because I feel guilty because I haven't been on my mat. So I've decided that I'll take the 4 o'clock class if I have the right attitude. But I know at 8:30 this morning I won't have the right attitude. There's too many other things I'm responsible for today. So the teachings offer us a path, but we have to be in the work of mindfully taking action along the path. It's not just show up. It's actually do the work. I love the last thing he says here. not the last, but pretty close to the end. He says, Ishvara Pranidhana is an easy path. In one stanza of the Gita, it says, do everything in my name, then you will get peace and joy. If we understand this, there's no reason to read any more of these sutras, but some people might want something different. Tastes differ. That is why the scriptures give different paths. To get to the point of complete dedication, many different routes are available, hundreds of paths, religions, and philosophies, all with one ultimate goal. Many paths. Let's practice the path of mindful awareness. From a place of earnestness, one of our earlier sutras said, practicing with all earnestness. Right? If we're practicing from a place of rote dedication, it's different than earnestness. So for me, that is earnestness in cultivating peace of mind and being in the present moment, which is a pretty good place to be. So create your space for your practice. Create your foundation. And start to draw your attention inward. Notice your own physical body, how it's supported. Creating an alertness as well as a softness. Acknowledge your breath with some attention. And grant yourself permission to be right here, right now. You to think of something you'll need to do today or later this week that might seem like a chore, something that you have to do but might not choose. Picture yourself doing it as an act of devotion. Devotion to present moment awareness. service to humanity, as the Sutra says. What if rolling the garbage out to the curb was done quietly as an act of devotion? Perhaps walking your dog is devotion to your relationship with your dog. Putting away the laundry, devotion to a tidy home, a peaceful space. to yourself for the acts of devotion that you regularly engage in. Whether it's making a meal or taking care of a neighbor. Fixing something that's broken. Perhaps it's creating something beautiful. It might be just reaching out and texting somebody, putting a smile on their face. Notice what's right here in your space, in your body. Come back to your breath. presencing. And then you're welcome to open your eyes. That felt good. It's amazing to me that even just thinking about doing things in devotion feels good. Any insights or comments? Paula?
Actually, I like doing things around the house. I have this need to have a clean house, to have some like order in my life because everything else is so chaotic. It's like the one thing that I feel like I have a little bit of control over.
Amen. I can say I'm just like you, especially when I've been traveling and things have been just really, or at the end of the week, I just want to get home and clean my house. The side effects are lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but there's a new awareness for me in like how I do it. You know, just paying attention to like what am I bringing into this act of really making my space good for myself and anybody else that happens to be in it. And sometimes it's not devotional. And I'd like to bring that into it always, you know. Or at least catch myself when I'm banging things around and be like, wait a minute. If you want this to feel good, you got to do it with right attitude. Yeah. All right. Well, I invite you to do something with devotion this week that you might have not done from a place of devotion in the past. I'm going to roll my garbage out a lot more quietly this week. Thank you, guys.